Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm so glad you're here. Please take a seat. We're going to do this wonderful spiritual practice, which we call singing together. Yeah. So let's bring in this beautiful morning and sing together. All right. Please join us.
Some people quietly reveal in the manner of the meek. Some people shout the way they feel to a radical degree. Let me tell you about one thing I know. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Let your heart of hearts take you down the road. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Some people sing it to express, while others hear another call. Some people speak with subtleness, some don't rely on words at all. But let me tell you about one thing I know. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Let your heart of hearts take you down the road. 'Cause everybody's got a seed to sow. Everybody's got a seed to sow. We are all pieces of the whole, with different feelings to evoke. Giving distinction to the role, different players, different souls, yeah. Oh, let me tell you about one thing I know. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Let your heart of hearts take you down the road. 'Cause everybody's got a seed to sow. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Some people walk, some people race, some bury their pace. But love will use what you will give. Surrender to your state of grace. Oh, let me tell you about one thing I know. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Let your heart of hearts take you down the road. 'Cause everybody's got a seed to sow. 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 Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living, where transformation happens. We're so glad you're here, whether in person or in our virtual sanctuaries on YouTube and Facebook. My name is Delan Haslam, and I'm so happy to welcome you today. Love streamers, be sure to say hello. It's so fun to see who's joining us online. Our center is a spiritual community that teaches a philosophy for daily living based on spiritual principles and practices that are universal among religions. We honor every pathway by which people seek to know and connect with the divine, and we work on our individual consciousness so we can help make the world a better place. Please join me now in saying our promise. We promise to embody love, compassion, and kindness everywhere we go, and to be the peaceful presence we want to experience in this world. We recognize the divine oneness in everyone and everything, including all loving creatures, Mother Earth, and the universe. We promise to be generous, sharing our time, talents, and treasures as we serve from the highest truth that love is the way. Recognizing and embodying this love for all, we help create a world that works for everyone. Thank you. Do we have any first-time visitors today? We'd love to welcome you if you're willing to raise your hand. All right, here, welcome. We're so glad you're here. If you haven't done so yet, we've got some information for you at the table and a Science of Mind magazine as a gift for you. And also be sure to join us on the 5th Sunday of this month, March 29th, when we will have a Get to Know Us meeting. You can find out who we are, what we believe, and how you can get involved. Thank you so much for joining us. We affirm for you and everyone here that you will experience a blessing this morning. Our theme this month is What If? And Reverend Cindy's talk is called Traveling in a World of My Creation. Our special music today is the fabulous Sophie Zane. Our practitioners serving today, just as exciting as Jim Ferris sharing a reading and a time of sacred silence before leading us in prayer. And Hildreth is holding high watch throughout the service, knowing that the best and highest is unfolding for each one of us as we share this sacred time together. Remember, you can pop in on Facebook every Wednesday at noon for a live practitioner-led meditation, or enjoy it at your convenience anytime after that. Before I share what's coming up, please remember you can find out much more on our website at spirituallyfree.org. You can register for classes, donate, submit a prayer request, and more. If you're here in person, you can check out our flyers on the wall and do many of those same things at our hospitality table. Okay, the Tibetan monks from the Gaden Shartsi Monastery are finally arriving this Wednesday, March 11th. They will provide a guided meditation at 7 p.m. And then next Sunday, March 15th at 12:30, we will have a light lunch and they will conduct a group healing. Please invite your friends and family to both of these events. Everyone is welcome. The House of Prayer for All Peoples will be held this Friday at 7 p.m. We welcome Carl Moore, an Indigenous rights activist who is of Hopi and Chemehuevi descent. He's a cultural entertainer and a lecturer who's performed over the globe. I love Carl. I wish I could come. I sure hope you get to. And the sing-in, I want to say, last Sunday was such a success. Thank you so much, everyone who joined us. This community really showed up. That was awesome. The Singing Resistance will hold the next sing-in on Sunday, March 22nd at 4 p.m., and this will be held at the First Baptist Church on 777 South, 1300 East. I'd sure love to see you all there again. Then on Saturday, March 28th, just a heads up, we'll attend the No Kings Rally together at 2:30. On Thursday, April 2nd, from 6 to 8 p.m., Reverend Cindy and Reb Allen from the House of Prayer for All Peoples will hold a New Thought Seder. This is From Bondage to Belief, opening up to a new vision. This will be held off-site, so be sure to check out the flyer and the website for more information and to get your tickets. Finally, our center was founded on and is grounded in prayer. Prayer helps us deal with whatever comes our way and helps us see that there's a spiritual purpose for whatever may be happening. If you're having trouble knowing this, please let one of our practitioners pray with you, and they will know it for you until you can know it for yourself. Our practitioners are trained in the art and science of affirmative prayer, and they are the ones wearing the stoles. They'll be available in the room across the hall right after the service. Or here with Hildreth. And of course, you can always submit a prayer request online or in the lobby, and all of our practitioners will uphold you in prayer for the week. I invite you now to allow the reading, a time of sacred silence, and the century music to connect you with the spirit that lives within as we open our hearts to receive Jim's prayer.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So I'll begin with a quote from our book of the month, Beyond Anxiety by Martha Beck. Anxiety is imagination misused. Curiosity is imagination set free. Today is International Women's Day. In honor of all women, I chose our reading for today from Centers for Spiritual Living's Facebook page. It's written by Christina Littman. For the women who feel heavy right now, there is a weight many of us are carrying. It's in the chest. It's in the jaw. It's in the scrolling. It's in the conversations we don't know how to have. If you feel heavy right now, you are not weak. You are aware. If you feel, sensitive women feel the collective. Mothers feel the future. Healers feel the fractures. But here is what I want to remind you. You are not required to carry the whole world in your nervous system. You are allowed to turn off the noise. Step outside, touch the earth, cry, rest, say to yourself, this is too much for today. Being informed is powerful. Being inflamed is not. Your softness is not denial. Your rest is not apathy. Your joy is not betrayal. The world does not need more burnt out women. It needs regulated, clear, embodied women. Come back to your breath. Come back to your body. Come back to your circle. We rise not by absorbing all the chaos, but by anchoring in presence. Hand on heart, breathe in. You are still here. You are still love. You are still capable of creating something new. Now let's all take a few moments of silence to anchor in that presence. Contemplate what kind of world you are co-creating with the divine.
I will make a quiet place within my heart, and I will open to my God, open to my God. I will make a quiet place within my mind, and I will open to my God, open to my God. Be still, my soul, be still. Be still, my soul, be still and know. I will make a quiet place
magnificence within and the blue sky without. Expansive, always creating more good, more love, forever. In this sacred silence, I recognize the peaceful presence that abides inside all of us. May we go there in the face of chaos and know wholeness for our world and all of the people on it. Infusing each and every soul with that expansive, magnificent love where only peace can prevail. Feeling that wholeness, that oneness, that connectedness of each and every human being. And savoring all of the qualities of the divine that live in us, connecting on the common ground of spirit, feeling wholeness, knowing oneness, expressing in every action love, caring, nurturing, feminine energy, yes, but it lives in all. I am so blessed to be in spiritual community, to have these volunteers come and put things together and create a good service for us to be uplifted throughout the week and each and every day and during the day. Going within at meal times and being grateful for all the good, all the abundance around us, and see it happening for all. I bless this service and each person here, and am so grateful, thankful for our spiritual community. As together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Jim. I invite you to sing along with us. We do this wonderful song by Ricky Byers. It's a gospel tune, so feel it in your seat and move with it. Delanne sings the heck out of this song. Sing along with her.
God is
Guitar. The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, 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 I thought it was my duty. I thought it was my job. I swear I believe loving God will be hard. Loving God is a wonderful. Loving God is ecstasy. I thank God for my freedom. Oh Lord, the Spirit of God is upon me. Yes, it is. The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Yeah. The Spirit of God is upon me.
I'm pleased to introduce our special music. We're so grateful to have this woman and part of our band, an essential part of our band. And you will begin to see the expanded talent that she is. She's going to come up and play piano and sing. So let's bring back a warm welcome, Sophie Zane.
Thank you guys keep asking me back for special music. That's so great. Thank you. Well, today I am going to play a piece by my boyfriend, Beethoven. This is from his 8th piano sonata. It's called the Pathétique, nicknamed the Pathétique Sonata. And the first movement is like very angry and dark and full of a lot of kind of negative energy. And then the second movement, which is what I will play, is like a balm to that. It's very soothing. So if you've had anger and agitation in your life, hopefully this will soothe you.
Sophie. We all need to be soothed, don't we? That was beautiful. I'm always so grateful for our music, Rick and our wonderful band. And for me, music is a spiritual practice as well. And I'm going to talk about some spiritual practices in a little bit, but while I was sitting there, I'm like, wait a minute. What if you walked into places and instead of hearing news and bad news especially, you heard Beethoven? How soothing would that be? What a beautiful spiritual practice it is. So welcome to March 8th. And the talk today is traveling in a world of my creation. And the core question here is, what inner world am I creating and how does that shape my life? Our book of the month, Beyond Anxiety by Martha Beck, has been quite profound for me because what I'm learning from it is how many ways anxiety truly shows up in my life. You don't really recognize it because we're so used to it. And that anxiety is a place where I'm not being creative or stepping into what I'm being called to do, but I'm buying into the fear. A little bit more about that. I want to talk about day 37 of our 64 days of nonviolence. We're in the season right now. And the word today is graciousness. Isn't that a great word? Graciousness. So give others the right of way, stop to let others pass, hold a door open for someone, and offer someone a helping hand. Graciousness. Elizabeth Gilbert says about graciousness is, there's hardly more gracious gift we can offer to somebody than to accept them fully. I've experienced that in my life. How about you? To be accepted, to feel accepted fully, that is the heart of graciousness. So think about this. What are some simple acts of graciousness that you have witnessed or experienced in the last few weeks? And perhaps you can take action. Find at least one opportunity to be gracious today. Write about it at the end of the day. What insights did you have? Because you showed up in graciousness. So, on to our what if topic of the month. Now, last week I introduced a sheet of paper called March What If, and if you need this, make sure you visit the hospitality team because they have it for you. I'm giving everybody an assignment this month. If you're here, guess what? You've got homework. Well, I don't call it homework. I call it growth work. What we're doing on this sheet of paper is, on the left side, we're writing those worst case scenarios. What if the world goes to hell in a handbasket? No. What if things don't work out? What if I get sick? What if I lose all my money? What if, you know those what ifs that run through our minds? But the other side of the paper is, what if anything is possible? What if this time that we're in is creating a new world of love and possibility? I want a what if every single day. Just one. If you've got more, cool. And I want to give credit to Megan Stelito because she's the one that gave me the idea for this assignment. Her website's at the bottom of the sheet of paper if you want to know more about her. Phenomenal speaker and coach, and she'll be back in our center very soon. So, last week I talked about this assignment so that we can encourage ourselves to change the habitual thinking of those negative what-ifings. This is how you do it, folks. You create new habits. So I'm telling you to take this. Take this home with you. In fact, Jim sitting in the back there, he sent me his assignment this week. And it came out in a song. I'm not going to play it today, but I'm going to invite all of you. If you have a creative idea that comes out of this assignment, send it to me. And at the end of the month, the last Sunday of the month, we'll enjoy them together. So, on to traveling in a world of my own creation. In other words, that world that we carry inside. See, I've observed this and experienced this. You can have 2 people or 10 people in the same room, and everyone's going to experience something different. Well, I had one brother. We had the same parents, the same homes, the same dogs, and we experienced something very different from each other. Because we were both creating our own internal worlds. That's what happens. That's what happens when we have different ideas about things, because I'm not in Rick's head or Irene's. I'm here in this head, creating my own world. Even though we have the same information coming in, the same people in our world, the same situations and circumstances. So, we're always traveling, but the most powerful journey isn't traveling in geography, Donna, although you're traveling in the world all the time. It's through this inner world of consciousness. That's where the power is. Ernest Holmes says that life is always mirroring consciousness in our outer world, what we see manifest. If you're wondering what your consciousness is believing, look at what's happening in our world. Sometimes it's ew, right? That again? Now what? I get it. He also says that, from our thoughts and our beliefs is what ends up out picturing in our lives. That's why around here, we talk about changing your thinking. And it doesn't happen in an instant, you guys, because we're brought up in a world where, I don't know about you, my parents had a certain way of thinking about things, and they ingrained it in me. And it wasn't until I was very fortunate, I was pretty young to start in a spiritual life, that I realized, wait a minute, I don't have to think that way. I remember going to art school, and I knew that if I followed my passion, I followed my love, that life would just work out. I knew that as a young adult. Yeah, somewhere in my 20s and 30s, I got caught up into that you got to work hard world. You got to adult. All those things you have to do. And I kind of lost track of my passions until I found my spiritual community at Center for Spiritual Living and said, wait a minute, there's something here for me. So here's a question. What if the world that you are experiencing is really a reflection of the world you're carrying inside. This is what I want to say. The world that we carry inside is not always the truth of who we are. The world that I carried inside for many years was an aunt's voice. Well, she was a great aunt, telling me that I was just like my other aunt who was quote unquote lazy. I believed that for so many years. Now it takes tying me down to get me lazy. That's just not my natural makeup, to be quote unquote lazy, but I believed someone. Or a teacher in school telling me I wasn't good at mathematics. Yet I come from a family that are very gifted in mathematics. They're a bunch of bookkeepers and accountants, and it comes naturally. But I believed some teacher. That world I had created inside wasn't true, you guys. What do you say to yourself that really isn't true? Maybe it has something to do with your self-worth. Because it doesn't look like someone else's. So in our book of the month, Martha Beck says that anxiety is the imagination running in the direction of fear. Jim told us that. Isn't that so true? Creativity, though, is imagination running toward the possibility of being creative. I know that when I'm being creative, when creative ideas come through, that's what I want to jump on. I don't want to believe the other side of the page there that says, yeah, well, what if it doesn't work out? Or what if you make a mistake? Or what if people don't understand what you're saying? What if people don't buy into it? It doesn't matter as long as I'm in alignment with my creative self, my soulful self, what I'm here to do and to be. I want to give you some examples of some amazing women, since it's Women's History Month and International Women's History Day, of some people that didn't believe that inner dialogue based on what was going on in their younger lives. How about someone that found courage? Florence Nightingale, known as the Lady with the Lamp. Florence Nightingale nursed injured soldiers during the Crimean War. Her passion and dedication changed the public's perception about this profession. And I happen to love a nurse and have a lot of nurses in my life. I'm so grateful for nurses. It's certainly not my calling. Her insistence on improving sanitary conditions for the patients is believed to have saved many lives. See, she survived through a hostile war and saved many lives. How about refusing to be a victim even though she was victimized? Malala Yousafzai. I don't know if I said that right. I was practicing it, you guys. So Malala, in 2012, a gunman boarded Malala's school bus in Pakistan and shot her 3 times in the head. Her crime? She spoke out about educating girls. In 2013, the Time magazine listed her as one of the most 100 influential people in the world. On the 10th of October 2014, she co-received a Nobel Peace Prize at 17 years old. What an achievement. What an amazing woman. She refused to accept the consciousness of being a victim and rose above it. If she listened to that inner dialogue, I'm someone that was victimized. I got shot. Nope. She rose above that. How about an example of courage to imagine more? Maya Angelou. Despite trauma and silence in her childhood, she created an inner world of expression and truth. What a phenomenal writer, phenomenal woman. Some of my favorite poems and sayings are because of Maya Angelou. Her life demonstrates that imagination can transform suffering into wisdom. She could have stayed in that internal world of suffering, but she didn't. See, what I'm trying to tell you all is that we all have these internal worlds that we live in. And sometimes they cause us grief and suffering and challenges, and you can rise above it. But how do you rise above it? You have to do these practices. Do the what if assignment. Because I'm asking you, do you want to keep rehearsing fear? Or do you want to start rehearsing possibility? As you travel, as I travel through my life, I want to travel from a curious heart rather than a place of, oh dread, what's happening next? Curiosity. So here's some practices that we can do. First of all, affirmative prayer, which we do here on Sundays. You can get your own prayer in across the room. But today is a special day. It's called the Wall of Prayer. So instead of me doing the prayer, we're going to have prayer practitioners around the room, and you can get your own prayer. Powerful. And if you're not a prayer practitioner and you haven't taken classes yet, all you have to do is be thankful for what you already have. And that's a great way to start affirmative prayer. Affirming your gratitude for what you already have. So affirmative prayer. Meditation. Now I know I've met so many people that tell me, Cindy, I can't sit still, or my mind doesn't sit still. I sit down on the chair and I think of the 10 things on my to-do list instead of sitting in the silence. Who said it's always going to be silent? See, there's only one thing happening here, and that's spirit, God, whatever you call it, universe. Universe uses our minds, our bodies, our souls. So sometimes when I'm sitting in meditation, I get the best downloads. I've gotten logos for businesses. I've gotten ideas to call certain people. So it's never a waste of time. Even if your meditation time ends up being loud and busy, it's okay. The point is, you're taking a moment to listen, to connect with your higher self, to be one with the one with Creator. That's the important thing. The next thing is, and I've already said this, is curiosity. Be curious about your own inner landscape. Where did that come from? Why do I think that about myself when that's, if I was still carrying around you're lazy, well, where does that come from? That didn't come from me. That came from an auntie. Why do I still carry that? Why do I still buy into that? Be curious. Don't beat yourself up for it. Just say, I wonder why that's coming back, or I wonder where that came from. Be curious about your world, your inner landscape. Maybe, for me, the most powerful thing that happens is the curiosity perks up and I can ask myself a different question. Instead of why or where that came from, I can say, what is trying to happen through my life? How can I show up in possibility rather than fear? How can I run to my destination rather than shield myself from what I think might happen? Creative imagination. So going back to the what ifs, doing that assignment every day. Music, like I said when I started, what a great spiritual practice. Whether it's Beethoven or it's New Thought spiritual music by Ricky Byers, our CD from our band, our recording from Everbloom concert. Whatever it is, put something on that brings you to who you really are, the truth of you. Music that makes you feel alive, grounded. And that simple gratitude practice that I always go back to. And I always say, thank you, Oprah, because she really is the first one that introduced me to a gratitude practice so many years ago. So the other thing I just want to say is we sometimes have to widen our lens, you guys, to look at the big picture of the whole world. We want these inner worlds pristine in consciousness. We want to be self-aware, because what happens if we do that is the outside world cleans up too. But if there's a bunch of us running around with those negative what ifs, what if there's bombing? What if there's more war? What if this turns into something worse? Then we're going to get more of that. But if we're taking care of the inner landscape, then the outer world will clean itself up. So, this world that we're building together depends on what we cultivate individually. So you know what's yours to do. I know what's mine to do on a daily basis. So women through history, and these examples I gave you, they're showing us change begins inside, and then it appears in our society. All those women I gave you examples of, they changed it inside so that we could have something different outside. So this world that you're traveling through is your creation. Let's think from possibility rather than limitations. Imagine waking up tomorrow and thinking to yourself, what kind of inner world do I want to travel through today? I'm going to invite the practitioners to surround the room. I'm going to start the steps of prayer, and then I'm going to invite you to find a practitioner that's available. And what that practitioner is going to do is going to affirm your prayer request. And also, whoever is available, because then we might get lines for certain people. So practitioners, as I begin prayer, I just ask you to hold the hearts of all these beloveds in this room with gratitude, grateful for affirmative prayer, grateful for this philosophy, grateful for this beautiful, beautiful day and this community, grateful for these amazing women in history that have come and gone through crazy, intense things in their lives and yet held the possibility of what if this could be better? What if I could be better? What if I can change the world by being who I'm here to be? How grateful I am to know that there is only one power, one presence, one love. Whether we call it Mother, Father, God, Allah, Jehovah, Hashem, the way, universe, light, the force, energy, whatever we call it, it is everywhere in everything. It's in the notes of the music. It's in the mountains that surround us. It's in the technology that streams us and our beautiful community that is watching us. It's simply everywhere, every moment of every day, never not. And because I know that, I claim that. I know that I am one and the same as the one, the I am that I am, as well as everyone within earshot of this prayer time. Always wholly unified through this deep sense of oneness. Even when we feel separated by differences of opinions, we're always one. One, only one. Because I know that's what's taking place here. Individual emanations of this oneness. I know it's time to step into whatever your prayer request is. Please go to a practitioner. If you've never done it before, I promise it doesn't hurt. Just go up to a practitioner and ask what your prayer request is. Remember, there's no request that's too small, no request that's too big. If things are going wonderfully, you can pray for more. For your loved ones to have all needs met. You can ask for a prayer request for the world, for peace, for love, for understanding. For beloved community and acceptance, wholeness, recovery. No request is too small. No request is too big. Your prayer request is our prayer request too. By asking for a prayer request from a practitioner, you are blessing them as well. As we know the truth for you, we know the truth for us. As we know the truth for you, we know the truth for the world. This is a wonderful time too for you to hold the people in your lives that need prayer. Maybe it's not a prayer for yourself, but a prayer for someone else. Right now we're creating this beautiful vibratory field and planting seeds. So I plant the seeds of all my beloveds, my family, my friends, my community, my world, this world. In this fertile soil that we're creating in this room. For all of you online, your prayer request has been heard, has been noted. The answer is always yes. Yes, yes, yes. And as we finish up in the room, I take a moment to be thankful for answered prayer. Thankful for this beautiful practitioner core. that has come forth because they were called to be your practitioners, your prayer practitioners in this community. How grateful I am for each one of them, for their heart, for their consciousness, for their love, for their years of study to be standing with you today, knowing the truth. So with great gratitude, I release all the prayer requests, knowing that it is done. It is done now. It is released. And we anchor this by saying together, and so it is. Amen. Ashe. Thank you again, practitioners. And it's that time in our service where we get to practice another spiritual practice, and that's called circulation. So the ushers are going to come forward and hang out with me for a minute while you get your offerings ready. You going to hang out with me, Ruth? And I always want to say thank you. As they go through the room, I want to talk about a couple of things going on. One of the ways that we make abundance around here is this thing called Food, Fun, and Friends. We've done it every year that I've been here, and every year it seems to grow and expand. We have more and more offerings. Well, we're not quite there yet to have more than we had last year, so we're extending the offerings time. So we were going to end it today, but we're going to push it out a couple of weeks. In other words, if you're someone that wants to have just 2 people or 4 people to your home and make a lovely dinner with new friends, or play games at your house, or go to dinner to your favorite restaurant, or have a prayer circle and include some food, then create an event, a Food, Fun, and Friends event. The forms are out on the table with hospitality, and we will create that event into a booklet, and then we all get to bid on these events. Some of the things we've done in the past are Italian dinners with mothership singing to us. We've had river rafting with Rick and Shemaine. Brent and I usually do the Hanukkah dinner every year, which is usually to capacity. I think it has to do with the brisket maybe. And the potato latkes. We do all kinds of fun things. Ruth and Robert do bowling every year, and I never miss that. And I'm excited to do it this year because I have a new knee. I think I'm going to bowl at least 100 this time. So whatever it is that you want to do, it's a way for our center to be self-sustaining, to support our band, support our space, but it also creates new friendships. Like I loved making sourdough bread with Selena. I loved Bren taught how to make baklava, and I see many faces in this room that were there in the room making this wonderful sweet treat. So come up with your ideas. If you have questions, just ask a board member and we're happy to help. Let's bless these offerings by outstretching our heart through our hands and repeating after me. I am so blessed.
I am so blessed.
We are so blessed.
We are so blessed.
We know.
We know.
As we give, it comes back.
It comes back.
Multiplied abundantly.
Multiplied abundantly.
We are so blessed.
We are so blessed.
And so it is.
All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of loving grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. I've
let's hear another song from Sophie Zay.
Last week I felt so inspired. I'm so inspired by this month's theme of imagination as like this constructive force in your life. And last week, while Cindy was talking, I remembered a song. I was like racking my brain for the perfect song. And I remembered a song that was popular a few years ago. It's from the musical The Greatest Showman. You probably already know what it is. It's called A Million Dreams.
They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if they don't believe me. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams, it's all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things close to our hearts, and people there wait a while. Each one there will make us smile, and their love impart. They can say it sounds unlikely. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if they don't believe me. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake.
Wow, Sophie, thank you.
Thank you.
Would it be so great if the million dreams in your head were that beautiful? The dreams that keep me awake, not so beautiful. But they could be. What if, right? What? Thank you, Reverend Cindy. I really look forward to these Sundays. I tell my mom it's my Sunday support group. We don't call it church. The shot in the arm that I get here is so great. It's refreshing, and it allows us to face the week ahead and to do those exercises as you've called us to do. I am doing a lot more of that, and I invite you to do the same. It's remarkable the outpicturing that happens when I entertained the positive possibilities. That doesn't mean that we don't feel some of the pain and sadness that keeps us in our compassion about what's happening in this crazy world. But what if it's a transformation? What if it's something that needed to happen to move us to something greater? That idea helps me face the week with much brighter eyes. So I invite you to do that. I love what we practice here, keeping in the positive without snuffing our feelings, but noticing those signals that come and addressing them. Addressing them with authenticity. Don't bypass those things, but keep your eye on the prize. This could be something so great. It feels terrible sometimes, but boy, it could be something so great. So let's stay in that positive idea. If you'd like a prayer, remember practitioners available across the hall. Yeah, Zed. It's that. Yes. We are so excited to have Faith Rivera coming here next week. She's the one who wrote this song that we're going to sing together, Stand Together. She's a powerful presence, and we're so lucky. Thank you, City, for attracting that here. House of Prayer this coming Friday. Look forward to that too. Lots of great things going on. I can't. Oh yes, the monks are coming. The monks are coming. Yeah, that's Wednesday night. And Sunday. Yeah, but imagine. I don't know. Here, yeah, it'll be up here. So that's Wednesday, March 11th, right here. Can you imagine being in the presence of monks? How often do we get to be in the presence of monks? How cool is that? All right, everybody, let's stand. Let's sing our closing song.
Something here is calling us forward, upward motion. We're drops in one ocean. Roll on. Will you rise up with me today? Lift up your voice and boldly say, we are the ones we've been waiting for. Yeah. Live your dream of the highest calling. Be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's a moment for our greatness. Let's stand together now. Every day's a chance you can do something amazing to feel your passion blazing and shine. Paint with every vision, dance in new directions, explode to new heights in your mind. I will rise up with you today, lift up my voice and boldly say, we are the ones we've been waiting for. Yeah, live your dream of your highest calling. Be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts to the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's a moment for our greatness. Let's stand together now. Oh, yeah. One dream, one voice, one heart, one word, one dream, one voice, one heart, one word, one dream, one voice, one heart, one word. Yeah, live your dream of your highest calling. Be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's a moment for our greatness. Let's stand together. Live your dream of your highest calling. Be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's a moment for our greatness.